Good morning. Welcome to church. I'm Jesse Lee Peterson. Thank you so much for being with me. I absolutely appreciate it. Of course, you can get involved by going to our YouTube chat line, and I can respond to your questions or comments, whatever they might be. I do appreciate you being there. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Again. Hi, y'all. Yeah. Oh, good. I got a lot to talk about today, and so I might not ask you guys, do you have any problems? Any questions or comments about anything? Anybody had a life this week? Life?
We're still here.
No, you're still here. Okay. Francisco went to Mexico on the Mexican boat.
You did?
Francisco, were you able to call out while you're in Mexico on a boat? On a ship?
I could, but why would I?
No, I'm just trying to. Law, you can't even ask people a simple question. I don't know, can you use your cell phone like on a ship going to Mexico?
100%.
You cannot use it?
No.
Oh, okay.
In other words, once you're off the dock, they don't.
Oh, get the mic right here. I asked this man a simple question, and he's like, why should I?
Okay, so once
Do cell phones work? Are you able to call out? With like, if I'm on the boat going to Mexico, and can I use my cell phone?
Basically, no.
Why not?
It's because everybody's you got to pay for stuff. You know, if
Oh, I
you're
see.
in international,
It doesn't work.
And yeah, they cut that off. So you can use, like, if you buy some little thing or this or that, you can use it.
Oh, I
But
see.
it's just about the ship.
How about when you're in Mexico? Can you call out?
Oh yeah.
But you don't have to buy anything to call out?
No.
Oh, okay. I always wondered that. They have a little ship thing that goes from Long Beach to Mexico, and the trip is pretty reasonable, I hear. And but it's supposed to be a really nice trip. Mary had thought about putting a bond trip together on a ship, right?
Yeah, but that was just the horn. That was just the horn blower going out for dinner on the dinner cruise out of Marina.
Oh, I see.
Marina
Not
del
to
Rey.
Mexico.
But if you want to go on the Carnival out of, it's really cheap. It's like less than $300, and you're on
yeah, I
there for
heard
3
that.
nights, and you get everything. I mean, it's so cool. You got to try it.
I can't go on a ship. I get seasick.
Well, they have bills for
I'm seasick just thinking about it.
They have bills for that.
The pills would not work because my mind is already messed up about it. Anyway, a lot of stuff to cover. One is that our battle is a spiritual battle, a warfare between good and evil. And I think some people are starting to catch on to that. So I want to know, all week, but maybe the last 2 weeks, you've had the illegal aliens protesting and marching in the streets and openly saying undocumented and unafraid. So they're saying to us, I'm an illegal, and I'm in your face about it. Have you seen this or heard about it? What do you think about that, Mark?
It's just a testament to where we've come with illegal immigration. They're following, the LGBT community with their gay prides and their pussy hats, and they're like in your face.
Yeah.
And if you do not agree, you're somehow a Nazi or something like that, if you don't embrace illegal immigration.
It's like now they're in our face with wrongdoing, and they dare us to say anything about it. How do you go to a country illegally, and then you come out and say, I'm here and I'm unafraid. I'm an illegal and I am unafraid, and then the government don't go, or the police or whomever, ICE, don't go and arrest these people. If I hear them say I'm here, I don't have to look for them. I know exactly where to go and get them, but our government, our police won't go and pick them up and arrest them. And that's why they're not afraid, because they know that they're not going to be arrested. Isn't that like amazing? It's amazing to me that you can outwardly commit a crime in the USA today and brag about it and get away with it. It's so wrong with this country that we're allowing that to happen. And the outcome will not be good. It will not be good. Yes, sir.
It's like having a child and not disciplining the child. you're actually creating a monster that will destroy you.
That's for sure.
You know, woe to those who call good evil and evil good. That's exactly what you have.
And it's like what Mark was saying, we have allowed them to just do it with the radical homosexuals, the abortion people, the black people, and it's just been going on for 60 years or so unchecked. And now you've spoiled them and they are out of control, absolutely out of control in this country. And we got to turn it around. It got to stop, otherwise it's going to get worse. It's like in your own personal life, if you don't stop sin, it only gets worse. It will only get worse. Have you noticed that? It just go, if you're an alcoholic or whatever, drug addict, or sex addict, a liar, thief, if you don't stop doing it at some point, it just gets worse, and you think of creative ways to do it, thinking that you're going to get away with it. Another thing that's happening is the NFL are refusing to stand up now for the national anthem. Have you heard about this? Yeah. And it's starting to spread even more so to a point that, and we talked about this on the radio show, there is a Pee Wee football team out of Illinois, and they are like 8 years old and younger. And they refuse to stand for the national anthem. They asked their coach, could they not stand? And the coach said, yeah, whatever you want to do. You don't have to stand for it. They even turned their backs to the flag, and these are like black kids, 8 and younger. And the parents approved it. The coaches who were black approved it, as well as the parents. What do you think about that, Marcus? If there's someone that agrees with that, I would love to hear from you. You won't be thrown out or anything. What do you think about that?
Well, I agree with Trump. You know, the NFL, if they don't want to stand for the anthem, just fire them. Yeah. That's the way I see it. You know, and the kids, it's like what Mark said. It's like, I mean, it's just unfortunate that's what's happening. And then what, you know, the coach or the staff is even allowing. You know, it's weird and it's unfortunate.
I love that word. It's weird.
Yeah, it's
weird. So strange. That is weird. You wouldn't think that adults would wake up in the morning and think to do something like that. How is that going to help them? Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Well, did you see they showed a big picture, and it's been happening forever in our Congress, that when they do the flag and national anthem, that half of the people don't stand? They
No,
just
I didn't
sit
see
there.
that.
Oh yeah, you got to see that. They don't stand.
Wow.
They just sit there. It's like, are you kidding? So it's starting from the top down. And you know, Obama was the first example.
Why is this happening?
Obama was the first example. Remember when he got
No,
up
but
there
this
and
has
he would,
started before Obama got along, because had not this been already going on, there would never have been an Obama. What went wrong?
yeah,
Don't you like
but-
to know what went wrong?
yeah. Well, I would like to know.
Like
what
when
went
I
wrong.
wanted to know about my sins, I'm like, Lord, how did I get into sin? You know, I don't ever remember waking up one day saying, you know what, today I'm going to become a sinner. I'm tired of doing what's right, and I'm going to become a sinner. So where did this all start?
It's the example.
It's what?
Example. The example.
Of what?
The example by the people who got too many rights and didn't have to do anything for them. And so they
Yes.
were able to
That's
just
right.
keep encroaching and pushing and shoving until they got too much rights.
So
They don't
can
even
we
know what a
stop
right
it?
is.
Can we turn it around?
Well, we could, but it's going to cause some very, very severe, I don't know, bloodshed. I don't know.
Bloodshed. Did you say bloodshed?
It might come to that. I mean, you got Antifa out there beating on people, fighting on people. I mean, yes, it might. They're already drawing blood.
Yeah.
So it's so an awakening that
It's so amazing to me, though.
Yeah, but it's the principle. The principle of our country is a principle, but the people have eroded the principle. I mean, just like you see that stupid John McCain up there talking about he's not going to vote for the health care thing. It's like, why?
You know, President Trump, I'll go here next and then I'm back here. President Trump was giving a speech up in Huntsville, Alabama. Not too far from where I grew up, just FYI. And he said, if so, I don't have the exact word, but if someone decide to kneel during the national anthem, just throw the son of a bitch out. I'm like, yes! Finally somebody said it. The preacher was all happy about it, the cuss word. Because it's just so common sense. If I'm gonna hire you and you come in for the interview and we go over the rules and regulations of my company and you agree to the rules, you sign the little W-2 form that we send to IRS, you agree to the salary, and then you come into my company, and you go to kneel because you don't agree with something, you'll be out of there so fast it makes your head swim. Isn't that amazing? You ever heard that term, make your head swim? Well, in Alabama, it's swimming. Isn't that right, Mary? In the country, they be like, oh, my head is swimming. But in the city with white folks, it's spinning. I don't know why white folks choose the wrong words. Make us look dumb. Because your head be swimming going around. Oh, that's spinning, sure is. White people always come up with a better word. And we think we have it, and now we look the dummy. They said, no, it's spinning. All my life it's been swimming. And that didn't feel wrong. Now I feel wrong. Yes, ma'am. Right here with the black. Yeah.
No, I just didn't have an opinion about it. I was going to ask if anybody knew what, like how it started. Like, was there a football player that just decided not to stand, or?
Yeah,
like,
there
and
was
why?
this guy by the name of Colin Kaepernick. And Colin Kaepernick was adopted by two white folks, a father and a mother. And so he grew up with the best life that anybody can possibly have, right? Mm-hmm. And along the way, he signed a deal with the NFL, making buku money, and promises to keep the rules, have some fun, and follow the boss's orders. So he meets this woman, a black woman, and he's half white or half black. What?
She's Egyptian. She's not black.
Well, she look black. If you look black, she's black. Is she Egyptian for real?
Egypt's in Africa. Is
I know
it
she.
not?
Oh, it's in
Doesn't that make you
Africa. She's black. And she's a Muslim. A Muslim. And she doesn't like America.
Oh, okay, now I get it.
And so, and what do you get from that? Because I understand.
She influenced him because now
Yes.
women are the men. In the
That's
relationship.
right.
Yeah.
He's weak, she's in control.
Yeah.
And she's making him lose all his money. And then their relationship not going to last anyway.
Yeah.
He's going to be broke without a woman. He's going to be broke without the woman that caused him to become broke. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
There was another football player who was working on getting him a deal with another team. What was that guy's name? Ray Lewis. And so behind the scenes, according to Ray Lewis, he's working on this deal for Colin Kaepernick with another team. And right at making the deal, this girlfriend tweeted out a picture of Ray Lewis hugging a white, I believe it was hugging, a white owner of the team. And she said that Ray Lewis is kissing up to the master? Kissing up to the master or something. And caused this man to lose that deal. Isn't that amazing? And he's still with her. That's like amazing, huh?
Yeah.
Ain't no woman on earth or in heaven would make me lose a $100,000 contract. $1 million, yeah. See, they won't even make me lose $1 million. I mean, 100,000. What a crazy person, huh? And the cause that they're supposed to be fighting is not even real. It's an illusion. White people are not trying to hurt blacks. The cops are not trying to kill black people. And if you notice, they go with the thugs, the drug dealers. They're standing up for drug dealers. Isn't that like amazing? Even Stevie Wonder, who can't see, by the way, in more ways than one. Yeah, Stevie Wonder got on one of his knees. No, it was one first. He did the one knee to Colin, you know, all those other folks. And then he got on his knees and did a prayer. Please. I'm like, keep that little tired prayer. That ain't no real prayer. Instead of telling the truth that this is fake, it's not real, black people cut it out, you're hurting yourself. Stevie Wonder gave credibility to it. Because Stevie is crazy.
So did all the other team players or whoever else is not doing it, are they doing it because of him, or do they have their own reasons?
They're doing it because they have the same mindset, and they call it supporting him. But they have the same mindset, because had they not had the same mindset, they would not do it. There's no way they'll be doing it. When the president said that throw these son of a bitches out, my friend called me from Prattville, Alabama, Clinton. He like, Jesse, I gotta tell you, have you heard? Things going crazy down here in Prattville. The black people are having a hissy fit over that. And Trump didn't even say black people. He didn't say throw the black people out. He says throw the son of a bitches out.
Yeah,
He never mentioned color.
I saw something on Twitter that somebody had like made an article talking about how Donald Trump said to get called a black guy a son of a bitch. And then I watched the video and I was like, where?
He didn't do it. It's all a lie.
Yeah.
It's made up to get reactions. They heard black when the man didn't even say black. He didn't say white. He didn't say names. He just said throw them out when they're on their knees, and he's right about that. And I'm like, finally a white man spoke up. The great white hope. If you want to save the world, bring the white man in. If you want to destroy it, bring the people of color. Ain't that a sad commentary? It's sad. Okay, so I saw here, and then I'll come back this way. Go ahead.
I was just saying that they really don't believe. You made a comment about, like, if I knew I was sitting.
I loved it. Did everybody cheer when the president said that?
Yeah, I didn't see it though.
Oh, you didn't see it? Did you cheer when you heard the president?
But if had I seen it,
Now that you hear about it, what do you think? You black? What do you
Well,
think?
I don't know what.
Oh, you got here late, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. The train has already gone. It's departed. Okay, go ahead.
No, you just made a comment how if you knew you were sinning, you would stop. But they don't know. They feel like what they're doing is right. They don't feel like it's wrong. So they think that they're standing for what they believe.
By their anger.
Do you respect in
Well, how do
regards?
you not know you're defending drug dealers? You're burning down other people's property who, because of a drug dealer that was selling your people, the black people, drugs and killing them.
All they seen was the
And
color.
he was out on parole. And he ran into a car because the cop caught him selling more drugs. He jumped in his car and took off, hit the cop car, take off, get killed. And they are protesting that. Even when I was in my worst sins, I knew it was wrong. I just didn't know how to get out. But I knew things were wrong.
It seems like they're just looking at the color, though. They're not looking at whether it's because all the things in the past with the slavery and this and that, and then when this comes up, they just add it all together and think, oh, this is enough.
Yeah, they're not looking at reality. They're looking at the color. And they don't care anything about the black crime. In Chicago right now, 4,200, I believe, right there? 42,000 people left? Something like 42,000. Is it 42,000? 42,000 black people left Chicago because of the crime and the lack of jobs. And the Black Lives Matter and the Colin Kaepernicks and the other who are doing this stupid stuff won't even mention it. They won't even go to Chicago to stop the crime, the real crime. But they're doing this.
Yeah. Do you? And I completely understand. But
And
do
the
you,
KKK, over however many years they existed, hung about 300 some blacks. And every day, 300 blacks are killing each other.
but that goes unlooked.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Do you, because of the fact that they believe that, let's just say they believe that that they're 100% correct, obviously. Do you
They
think,
don't believe they're 100% correct. They know it's wrong. It's
You
just
think?
in that fallen state of anger, they can't help it.
so you can't even
Woe
respect?
unto the man who called good evil and evil good. My concern is that black Americans, black people, are never going to overcome. I think they've gone too far into the darkness. But anyway, go ahead, buddy.
Well, so you believe, you don't think that it's like they believe what they're doing? And if so, you don't respect the fact that maybe just the fact that they're standing for what they believe?
No. How am I respect somebody that's standing for evil and influences other young and influencing other young people to stand for evil
I'm
too?
only saying in the regards as if they believe that it was right. Because if they
No.
believe it is right and they're standing for it, then you gotta respect it.
No, I don't respect that. No respect. You cannot respect evil. It's not them, but it's that spirit that made a home in them. You cannot respect evil. You have to deal with it, like the president did.
But can't you just respect the intention? Say if the
No.
intention was
Ain't no
good,
good
though.
intention in evil.
I know, but what if they were trying to have a good intention by
No.
what they're saying? Even though it's not, I mean, obviously it's
No.
not, but if they might have,
No.
whatever.
But good try, Joel. Really, I respect the try. But no, you cannot respect evil at all, no matter who it's coming from. Whether it's your daddy, your mama, your sister, your brother, the cat, the dog, the grass, the paint on the house, you have to destroy it.
But even on the flip side, even if you're believing in, wait, this way. Dad, I got the mic.
You're the boss.
If even on the flip side, but say if you're standing for something good and you believe that it's good, then people have to respect that, your opinion about it or your decision about it.
They don't have to.
But I mean, but say if you truly believe that it's good or whatever the case is, I mean, shouldn't you respect the fact that they're standing for what they believe in, even if it's wrong?
No.
You don't got to outwardly
Now
say
look,
that I
if
respect
I'm on the
the
side
evil.
of good, I'm going to respect it. But if I'm on the side of evil and I see you standing for good, I'm going to do all I can to destroy you. I'm not going to respect you.
So they get no credit. Obviously, it's wrong. We got the point that it's wrong. But what if what if they're just completely ignorant and they think they're standing for something right? Let's just say not even them, but just in any other situation.
Well, they do have a reprobate mind, like most black people do today. They have a reprobate mind now. They fight for evil. You know, I asked on my radio show, I wanted someone to give me an example of something good within the last 60 years that most black people have stood up for at one time, have stood together for, and it was good. Nobody can name anything. Well, the Bible Go-To guy came up with, there was a bill we tried to get passed where a marriage is between a man and a woman. Was that a California bill? But that's not most black people. But it's a good point, though. Most blacks in California stood up for that bill, that a marriage is between a man and a woman, and that was in California. But I couldn't get anyone, anyone here name anything that in the last 60 years that you're aware of where most black people stood up for and it was for good? You can name something. Let me,
9/11.
9/11? No. I mean, like, how did they stand up for 9/11?
Well, I lived out in New York, so I got to see a different view from everything, but it no longer became Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and it was no separation or segregation. Everyone came together as a whole. Black people were out in the street helping move everything that was in the way.
Oh, not like that kind of stand up. I mean, like when blacks stood apart from everybody and said, hey, this is wrong, we're not going to accept this. Because whenever there's an emergency due to emotions, people tend to come together. as soon as the emergency is gone, the emotions are gone, they're back to fighting. I mean, like, stood up for something like against abortion or against drug dealers, black drug dealers, or against illegal aliens, or against whatever. Anything like that. Can you think of something?
Not currently at the moment, but I'll think about something.
Yeah, you're going to be thinking for a long time. Get ready. Ernest, you say you got something? Oh.
They stood with Dr. King.
Oh, Lord.
It's less than 60 years.
Less than 60 years.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What they stand up for with Dr. King?
Their rights
To do what?
to be treated as equals under the law.
Oh, that's a good point.
Well, I
That's
understand the
last
point you're
time?
making. That was 54 years ago, so
Oh,
I don't know of anything since then.
Huh?
I don't know of anything since then.
How about since then? I don't want the Dr. King thing.
I can't think of it.
Give me something normal. Did you know that between Selma, Alabama, and Montgomery, Alabama today, and Selma, even with all the civil rights movement was happening, it was a beautiful town with old statues and buildings, and everybody just loved Selma, right? And because blacks were pretty much a noble people, it was really a safe place to go and visit, a beautiful place. Now, the black on black crime between Selma, Alabama, and Montgomery is out of control. The tourists are afraid to go there now. Isn't that something? And it used to be like a nice place to go and visit. Now you put your own life at risk. So, Gerald, did I answer your question? No. Right here on your right.
Not really.
On your left.
But my point is
Do
that
you want to respect them for standing up for
no,
evil?
it's not that. It's just I mean, it takes, regardless whether you're standing for this or that, it still takes a certain amount of courage to do it in front of people, knowing that you're going to get any kind of backlash. So I'm just saying
It doesn't
the
take
credit,
courage to stand for evil.
but I mean, knowing that something's going to come against you for it,
Right.
it takes some kind of courage to actually do it and stand for something, whether it's right or wrong. I mean, I'm not saying I go with what he's saying or whatever the case is, because obviously
You admire them, you respect them for standing for evil.
I just respect anybody who
Who can
takes
stand
the
up.
courage to, and
I understand
not-
what you mean.
You know what I mean? Instead
Yeah.
of being afraid to do something.
Yeah, I get your point. The point is well taken. You respect the fact that at least they can stand, because even the folks on the side of good will not stand against them.
I mean, yeah,
They don't have the courage to stand against them. That's why this mess is happening.
yeah.
That's a good point. All right, you feel better?
Dang.
No, it's a very good point. Point well taken. Okay, right here. We're gonna have to move a little faster because I got some other things I want to bring in that's gonna be
Yeah,
helpful.
about the NFL thing, like this is going around. The Sunday game started and I read about it. I don't watch it. I kind of get upset at people who are not boycotting the NFL because everything will be fixed. Once you boycott, you hurt their ticket
Yeah,
sales,
it's
everything
over.
will be fixed. And another point I wanted to make is that these liberals, the way they're defending, oh, but it's in their constitution, they could do whatever they want. First, they don't understand the concept of, hey, they're serving a company, they have to operate under those rules because they're getting paid for it.
Yeah.
But my question is, where's their spine? They're protesting against your flag. Where's your sense of nation? You know what I mean? That's what, how can you like
But they're not
rationalize that
supposed
act,
to
you know?
have that.
Huh?
That's why I keep saying the battle is a warfare between good and evil. Evil is doing what it's supposed to do, and that is to destroy good. So they're doing their job. They're doing what their father, the deceiver, will have them to do. When will the people on the side of good do their job? That's what's missing. So I can't blame them for what they're doing because they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we wouldn't know that evil existed.
And the side that speaks against it,
That makes sense?
yes. The side that speaks against it, they're trying to defend it as if they have a right. It's not about whether they have it or they have a right or not. They have a right to destroy you. You're gonna sit and watch, you know. So they're trying to rationalize it, like.
But that's what they're
They
supposed
have a right
to
to do it. you
I
know?
was interviewing
it's
a young
free
lady.
country. Do whatever you want. But doesn't that offend you when they're, not standing on your, national anthem? They're making a statement by not standing.
And that's what they're supposed to
And you're
do.
defending them. They're saying, oh, they have a freedom to do so. But you're supposed to dislike that, you know?
Well, the president said, throw them out, and he said that the next time someone does that to the fans, get up and leave. Walk out. Yes, sir.
To your point that black people are hurting each other, you just don't understand how they're killing and shooting and hurting each other, and
But they're also
blacks have to
hurting
leave
each
Chicago
other
because
spiritually, too.
yeah.
They're keeping each other away from God.
But you don't understand the superiority of white people. Their brains and their thinking, their mastery of the world is such that they can get black people to do this to each other. They have institutionalized things so much so that blacks are helpless against whites.
But it's not only whites who are doing it to them. You have black preachers doing it to them. You
Well, that's
have
all because of whites.
The
Because
black government doing it to
they
them.
have brainwashed the black preacher, and they have done
you being
institutional things. I'm being sarcastic. They are so superior mentally that they got blacks to destroy each other, and that's what blacks are saying about it. That's what their
They do
excuse
call
is.
them superior.
Yeah, they do call them superior, and they have
That's
a
a
hang
very
up
good
about
point. I'll never call a white man superior. No, it sounds so true that it
it.
wasn't
No,
even
that's how they think.
All
All
right.
of their faults trace back to the white man.
Everything is blamed on the white
Everything.
man. That is so true, man.
Everything.
That's a good point when you think about it. Everything is blamed on the white man. They wanted to go to the toilet, but they couldn't make it. They blamed that on the white man. Right here. Right here.
One more quick thing. There is no other athletes, professional or otherwise, in the world, and there's a lot of countries with lots of problems. Venezuela,
Right.
a lot of countries. There's no athlete that'll turn his or her back on their country. You
Yeah.
can't find that anywhere in the world happening.
We shouldn't tolerate that either. James, you told me this morning, and I got a notice on my cell phone that the blacks are doing that in London somewhere.
Yeah, we had a caller on our show who said that a couple of American teams, I believe, went and did a game in London because they're trying to bring football over to overseas. And most of the people on both teams kneeled. They stood for the God Save the Queen part,
Uh-huh.
but they kneeled for our national anthem.
And these was the black people.
Yeah. I mean,
I wish the Taliban could have just zoomed in on them while they're kneeling and just wiped them out with their Taliban stuff. And since they're over there in London like that, that would have been so sweet. Amazing. Yes.
Sorry, Joel, I'm not going to let that go. It takes courage to stand up for something right that is true, and it takes arrogance to stand up for a lie. You don't have to be courageous. They're not innocent for standing up, for kneeling to the national anthem. That's arrogance. They're
Well, they're
supporting
still doing
a
it
lie.
though, whereas the people of good are not they're starting to now, but for the most part, they're not taking a stand. They're allowing these people to do this.
Correct. And I'm saying there's nothing good in standing up out of arrogance. There's only something good in standing up out of courage.
Uh-oh. What a mess. What do you want now? I don't have much time.
No, I mean, even if they're not innocent, they don't believe, I don't think they would stand, some people would stand up for a lie, but there's some people who don't believe it's a lie, so they think they're having courage of standing up for something that's good. In that case, I know they're wrong, but in their intention with it, they really believe, let's just say, they're blind and they really believe that they're standing up for something.
And the point is, to add to that, I remember when I had this anger for white people, I fell for it once I moved to LA. And so whenever any white person would disagree with me about anything, even if they were my best friends, I would automatically think that they were doing it because of racism. And so I couldn't help that, because I thought I was right in that fallen state. And I think that's the point he's making. In that fallen state, they think that they're right.
Was that arrogant that you did?
Well, at the time, I didn't think of it that way, but it was ego and it was evil. That's for sure.
Are they evil or delusional?
Evil. I was interviewing a young lady on the fallen state this week. It's for our 6th season, and she is a lesbian sex therapist. Yes, we have that in America too. And I realized that during this conversation, I realized that they want to make you believe that wrong is right. And if you don't believe it, they get angry at you. And so I'm sitting there talking to her, and I said, come on, let's face the fact. Bruce Jenner took off his male parts and put on woman parts. He's still a man, right? And she snapped. When she snapped, she just went into a different personality, jumped up and ran off the show. I'm like, where are you going? Come back. Come back. Aren't you a strong woman? Come back. And she would not come back. Because they want you to believe what, and you're not allowed to even believe that something so obvious is wrong. How do you make someone believe that a man is a woman just because he had surgery and put on fake parts? You can't convince me of that. Another point James and I were making, and then I'll come back. Are you done? Yeah, I'm done. You done? You sure? You're really becoming a talk show host. I was telling James that there are so many cases out there where men have been accused of rape on college campuses and other places. Thank God under Trump they're starting to change those rules that Obama put there. But a woman can accuse you of raping her, and then you're told not to even question that woman. Don't say, are you sure? Or what happened? They're like, no, you can't even question it. How do you convince someone that they can't question someone when you accuse somebody of something like that? And so many women are falsely accusing men. They can be mad at you because you didn't have sex with them. Isn't that right? Yeah. It's so crazy, but that's what the children of lie. They try to stop truth at all sides, on all sides. So let me move back this way really fast, I think. Right here, the young lady here, the blue. I guess that blue, gray, whatever you got on. Did you have your hand?
No, I was doing something else. But
Oh, okay.
But I can speak on it if you want.
No, I don't want to force you. I thought I saw your hand.
No, that's okay. I do have something to say.
Okay, go ahead.
With all this stuff, it's you, because I was thinking about the illegal stuff, and I'm like, well, maybe we should just enforce the law.
Yes.
But we're all afraid.
That's all we got to do.
Because when Donald Trump came, people were afraid. They were like, I just don't know. I said, well, what has he done? And they couldn't ever tell me like what he was going to do, what he's done. But what it symbolized was he's almost like, uh-oh, Dad's home.
Yes.
And we're all going to be caught up short because
That's
we all
right.
know we're wrong.
Daddy is home.
And so people get kind of like, it's true. It's almost
There's
like
a song called "Daddy Is Home."
I mean, like,
have you ever heard that song?
Yeah, but it's like my
Let me hear you
nieces.
sing a verse or
It's
two.
like my nieces and nephews would be, acting up, and then when my brother would get home, his voice is so deep. He'd
Yes.
be like, "Blah, blah, blah," and they'd all kind of like, And I think that people that are doing wrong are afraid of Donald Trump because they think he's actually going to enforce the laws that we have and not
Absolutely.
let it slide.
Amen.
And
so
so-
let me hear you do a note until Daddy is home. Because these people don't believe me.
You don't know that song? Yeah, they know the song.
Hit it.
Daddy's home.
That's right.
Daddy's home.
Your dad is home
to stay.
That's right. Did I? I went to you already, right?
Yeah, there was something on the whole football thing earlier, but
Did you say it already?
no, I kind of lost it.
Oh, okay. Yes, Ken.
No, I just want to say that I think Trump actually has been absolutely massively patient. I was actually surprised how long it took him to lash out at these athletes. Since Clinton won't let go of the fact that she lost fairly.
Poor Clinton.
And
somebody better take care of that lady.
These athletes are saying, well, we don't even want to go to the White House. He took a long time. They're employees. They don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
You're employees, you're playing a sport, you're lucky. This is, you're doing nothing meaningful.
Yes.
And you want to act like you're something more than you are. I got to give him credit. He actually was much more patient than I expected him to be with them.
And you can't be patient with evil.
And then he finally just let them have it, and now they're reeling. He pointed the gun at him, and everybody,
Like, oh no,
you know,
Daddy hurts.
it's upset now because
When
he said
Trump
something.
said that about throw the SOBs out, I was like, oh my God, all hell about to break loose now. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Well, he
And
goes
I'm loving
after
it.
a lot of the celebrity entertainers. He hasn't gone after the athletes, and now he's going after them too, which
That's
is
right.
great. They need to get it too.
That's right.
You know.
Right here, voice.
That's not Forrest.
That white man right there. Right there.
Anybody here that's served their country in the armed forces? Raise your hand. 2,
3.
3.
Kent, you never been in the military?
I'm serving my country.
Yeah, right.
Let's
When I
make the
went-
point
when I-
because we ran out of
When I
time.
went to school, we had just narrowly won a war where had we not won, we would have been speaking Japanese or German.
Yeah.
We came to school every day. We sang America the Beautiful, Pledge Allegiance to the Flag, a prayer. We appreciated the country because we were terrified we were going to lose. And we didn't
Yep.
lose. And we grew up knowing what this country stood for. Those kids that took a knee, they don't have any idea what the country stands for, and neither do their parents who were supposed to teach them, because our educational system stopped teaching those things
Yes.
about 30 years ago.
Yep.
So we have no idea, and all those football players, those professional football players, are the same thing. Very few of them know what the country is about.
But you know, at least they should have the common sense to know that if someone hired you to work for them and you're working for that company, even if you don't understand the history of America, don't know the flag or why, at least you have the respect to respect your boss. And if you're going to protest, take that stuff downtown somewhere, but don't do it at work. Where is that common sense?
Well, they're not taught character and responsibility like we were taught. So
At home, you're right.
There's no common sense
Yeah.
there.
No, you're totally right.
So,
Yeah.
and by the way, once the people stop watching, and they're going to stop, I haven't watched for almost 2 years, they're going to stop, and those stadiums are going to empty, and people are not going to be watching on television as much. And Robert Kraft today said to Trump, who's his friend, he said, ease off. I mean, give us a chance, because once those owners start hurting, all hell's going to break loose. Those
That's
guys'
right.
checks are going to be...
It's going to change now, because my concern is that the fans are so addicted to football that they're unwilling to sacrifice and give it up. But now that Trump said what he said, they will give it up now. They just needed somebody, a daddy person to tell them. But they'll let it go. I have a question. How many people here want to be great? You want to be great? Marilyn, you want to be great? You want to be great?
No, I don't.
You had your hand, yeah. Do you want to be great?
Great in what? Like great in what?
No, but when you raise your hand, you say, yes, I want to be great. What does great mean to you? Being great mean what?
Great mean being, I guess, being,
I'm off camera. Oh.
I guess great mean doing good. I mean,
So what?
like being great, like doing great stuff.
That's what great means to you? Greatness mean to you? Being great mean
Yes.
doing good stuff?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to do good stuff so that you want to be great so you can do good stuff?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Anybody else on this end? Yes, ma'am. You want to be great.
Yes.
And what does being great mean to you?
It means not being judgmental.
You
in
don't want to
all
be
things.
judgmental.
I don't want to
And
be
that would be
judgmental.
being great?
That would be on the road to being great.
Oh, okay. Are you judgmental?
From time to time, I am.
That means yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Time to time is judgmental.
Yeah.
Some people tell me, I try to have patience. I got patience at times. You have no patience. if you don't have it all the time.
That's true.
Okay, so you think being great is being non-judgmental?
I think that's one of the things.
One of the things. Okay. Okay. Who said yes over this way? Right here. You want to be great. Hold on for the mic.
I used to want to be great, but I just want to add, I want to be a great version of myself.
And what is a great version of yourself, Oprah?
Well, what I mean is, what I've discovered is...
No, I'm playing.
No, I know. There'll always be someone better than me at something, or not as good at me at something. My responsibility is to do the best I can do.
So being great means to do the best that you can do?
Yeah.
And
Not
that'll
to
make you
compare
a better
myself to
version
anyone.
of yourself?
Yeah, no matter what that is.
I'm sorry?
No matter what that is,
Oh,
the thing
okay.
is that I'm trying to accomplish.
What is a version of yourself?
That's a good question.
You just heard it somewhere.
Well, what I mean is, let's say
And
I
it
want to be...
sounded good.
I want to be a good sprinter. So I got to put in the work. I can't be lazy. I got to pay my dues. I can't be, So
Okay.
do the best I can.
All right. Who else along this road want to be great? None of the ladies, nobody in this power want to be great? Y'all got issues. Losers.
I don't know what it means.
Right here. On this side, yeah. You want to be great, Joel?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
How I take it is kind of similar to what he's saying, is just with what you do, you want to be at the best you can at what you do and be great at it, opposed to, it doesn't necessarily have to be with competition, just be great at what you do and know you're great at it and be the best you can be with it.
So doing whatever it is that you do and being the best at that is what being great means to you?
Yeah, and not the best better, but just the best you can be at it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the same kind of
And that will make you great?
That's how I see.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm saying that's how you see
Yeah.
being great.
Yeah.
It's like whatever you do, being the best at it, no matter what else someone else might be doing, that will make you great.
If it's pertaining to your work, if it's pertaining to you.
Does it sound like a trick question?
It probably
It
is.
does, huh? You said probably
It
is?
probably is.
Why you say that? Don't
Because-
judge me. Sit next to her. Okay. Anybody else want to be great? Okay, right here and then here.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be great. Ever since a little kid, I wanted to be an NFL quarterback because they were great people. They led the team and they were great. And then I made it so that, I appreciated being in the greatest country in the world. I love that a lot. So I wanted to join the greatest organizations in the country. So I joined the Marine Corps, and then I wanted to be in
That
the...
is so interesting.
Yeah, and so I wanted to be in the greatest church in the country, and and everything has been about that, and it seems to be just a pursuit for what's the greatest, and in the truth.
And so did you become great yet?
No,
All that stuff you
all
still
that
didn't become
stuff, yeah,
Lord.
because
Well, that
greatness
didn't
is
work.
within, and I left that kind of behind.
And you want to be great?
Yes, of course.
You do. And what is greatness to you?
Greatness is when I can do every little thing in my life that I can do a great job with it. Like,
And that will make you great?
yeah, because I feel like I'll get blessings sometimes. Like, I'll do some great things and then I'll get blessed for it. And I'll be like, wow. So if God can trust me with all the little things in my life, then I feel like I can do better works, like great works.
Oh, okay. And yes, sir. Real fast.
Yeah. In the past, growing up, I
You
wanted
want to be great?
Not now.
Well, then put the mic away. I don't want to talk to the people that. I don't want to talk to the holy ones.
They were done though.
No, you don't know if I'm done. How many people are addicted? I don't want to know what it is because I don't have time. How many are addicted to something? Don't tell me what it is, but I just want to see. Those who are addicted to something. That's right, Mark. Don't be lying. Okay. The rest of you are not addicted to anything. Interesting.
Soda counts.
Huh?
Soda counts.
That's amazing. How is it that you're not addicted to anything? Real short.
I'm just not.
You're not addicted to anything? Really? Amazing. He said he's just not. I don't, right here. You're not addicted to anything? Kelly?
No,
Nothing.
no.
How do you get over your addiction?
Just getting to know myself and letting go of judging myself.
Amazing. So let me do this real fast. I want to come right here with the mic in the brown, beautiful brown sweater that matches the brown skin. So you were here last Sunday with your son.
Mhm.
How did it go after the meeting?
You said let go.
Right.
I did.
And you did.
I did.
And so how did you let go?
Bye.
Speak into the mic for me.
Bye.
And so you haven't spoken to him since then?
Well, he comes over every day, and I keep saying, "Why are you here?"
Right.
So,
So does he come over to eat and stuff or what?
Just comes over.
And
I
how?
have no place to go. Well, that's on you.
That's right. Good. So what does it feel like to let go of him?
Well, I let go a long time ago. He just keep coming back like a rubber band.
Right.
He'll come, run out, then he springs back. No, I keep cutting it. He keep coming back
Well, why do you keep letting him come back?
because I have my grandson there, and I don't argue. I will not.
And that's his son?
No, it's my daughter's son.
So why do you
But
let
I
your
don't
son come back?
do that because he's there, and I don't like seeing him stressed out about it. So I tell him, you got to go. So he'll take off, come back in the middle of the night, and sit out in the backyard in the chair, take a nap, and get up and leave. So
Amazing. Interesting. I want to tell you to do something, but I don't know if you be able to handle the consequences. What I want to tell you is that he's not allowed at all. But if he come up dead, you might not be able to handle that, and you'll blame me.
no,
You won't blame me?
that's whatever. He's over 21,
How old is he?
37. He's a grown man.
Yeah. So can you
So he
prevent?
need to grow up.
So you won't
period.
blame me if anything happened if I tell you don't let him come, period?
I'm working on that.
Yeah,
Because I had
because
talked to
he
the
need-
police and I want it done legally.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he need to
I've
cut the
all my-
string from you,
Yeah,
period.
he need to cut the string.
Yeah.
Because he sit here and wasn't telling a whole lot of truth.
Oh.
And then his memory, he have memory lapse, so
Oh.
I don't argue with him.
Well,
You know.
he didn't call this week, just so you know. And I,
I
hope.
didn't think he would. He,
Oh, okay. We're going to help him, but he didn't call, so it's up to him. Don't bother him about
I
that.
don't.
He has to want
no,
to do it.
I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, good for you. I'm glad you let go. So.
No, I let go a long time ago. See, he went to Orange County, stayed with his brother.
Uh-huh.
His brother was like, "Oh, you got to go."
Yes.
So he was there for 2 years. Then he called and said, "Mom, I want to change. I'm ready. I can't do this anymore. Will you pick me up? Can I come to L.A.?" I say, "Where are you going to stay?" He
Yeah.
said, "Well, I go to a shelter."
No, whenever they call up and say, "Mom, I want to change, pick
I
me
know
up,"
now.
don't pick them up. They say, "Okay, let me know when you've changed."
I know
But I
now,
ain't
but
picking
that
you
was
up.
my mistake, so I should
Yeah.
have let him back.
They're just tricking you when they do it that way.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, when they say, "Pick me up," then you know they have not changed.
Yeah.
Because had they changed, they could get to the house by themselves.
yeah, I should have, but I said, well, okay, I will try, and I shouldn't have.
Yeah,
so
that's
now
right.
I'm in, it's a battle. But
Okay.
everything is my fault. So if you feel like that, okay. If you good with that, so am I.
That's right. Oh, well, God bless you. So just let go completely.
I did.
Did you apologize to your daughter for screwing her up?
It's them. It is not their mother.
Oh, Lord. But did
They
you apologize
know.
for at least for the part you did that was wrong in raising them up?
I taught them right from wrong.
No, no, no.
So
But the
too-
mistakes you made, did you apologize to her for that?
Well, I don't know what mistake I really made.
So you don't think you made any mistakes?
Yeah, working all the time.
Oh, Lord. Just disturbing.
No, I mean I
That's
could
amazing.
have, but I could
So you
have,
don't
but
lose
to
that
me,
you
I
may-
don't think I did.
I'm sorry?
I could have, but to me, I don't think I did.
So you don't think in raising a boy and a girl, one is 30-something now, how old is your daughter? How old is your daughter?
32.
And
My
you don't think you
mistake
made any mistakes along the way? Not one.
I could
Oh,
have,
the
but
one is
I
working
don't,
too much.
I don't think I did.
But you did.
But-
Get to know yourself, you did. You can't help it. We, as parents, we make mistakes like do dumb
I
stuff.
mean, well, I said I could have, but I think I did everything right in the way. Like I said, I
No, you
didn't
didn't do
argue with their
everything.
father in front of them because I don't believe in doing that to kids.
Here's what I want
but
you to
he
do.
did it. So,
I want you to
but
get
they
to know
became
yourself.
handicapped. What's that?
Fathers and mothers make mistakes raising children.
Okay.
Unless they're Jesus Christ himself, they make mistakes.
Okay.
And you made some mistakes.
Okay.
You just need to get to know yourself so you can be honest about it and just simply apologize to them. It'll change, it'll start to change a lot. But the hardest thing in the world for some mothers to do is to admit that they're wrong.
Well, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Right, but get to know yourself so you can see. I'm out of time, that's all I'm rushing right now.
Well, I have, in my mind, I play over everything I've done, how I've done it, the way
Ask
I've
God
done
to
it.
show it
but
to you then, he will.
I pray every day, all day long.
So today, say, you know what, God, let me see myself. Let me see what I do wrong. And he's going to reveal it to you, and you might not be happy about it.
Well, that's us. I don't have a problem with criticism. I don't.
Okay. Well, ask God to show you, okay?
All right.
And he will.
Okay.
I appreciate that. So there's no such thing as being great. It doesn't exist. Now, yes, you can become good at whatever you do, because if you have a project that you work on or you building or whatever, and you put your best into it, you can make that project great. But you're not going to be great from it. Now, you might feel like you're great, but you're not. You're not great. No such thing as you becoming great. You could be, you could be great at a material thing that you're doing, but you're still not great. And then there's no such thing as being addicted. And I want you to know these things because these words are keeping you hung up so that you can be made whole again. All right? Words can be very bad for you. They can deceive you. And then you believe it, and that's where you get stuck. If you believe you're addicted, you're going to always be addicted. There's no such thing as being addicted. Everyone who has a problem it is because you have fallen away from the tree of life. The branch has fallen from the tree that gives life and everything else that come with it. And when the branch falls from the tree, it gotta find something to live off, to identify with, to make you feel good about falling off from the tree. And so you reach out to human love, drugs, or sex, or hating your fellow man, or thinking you're better than someone else, or intellectual knowledge. You go to college and you get 100 degrees. You know, you make a lot of money and you just think your money is everything, whatever, because you've fallen away from the tree. And then the psychiatrist or the therapist come along and they say, you are addicted. And you're like, yeah, I'm addicted. And the therapist said, okay, now you can come to me for the rest of your life. And I'll show you how to stay addicted, because it don't help you get off it. And you spend all your money on trying to overcome something that you're never going to overcome. And then they say, okay, you need medication, because they went to the pharmacist and made a deal. If I send this addicted person to you, we split the money? And the pharmacist said, yes, send him. And so the therapist said, okay, you have post-traumatic stress disorder. You're going to need cool it down medication. I talked to the pharmacist today. They said, come on down. Now you're under drugs. But if you could realize that you are a sinner falling away from the tree of life and just know you're wrong, you can hook back up to the tree and they'll live. That's all it takes. Just admit that you're wrong. The problem with the ego in that fallen state, it does not want to admit that it is wrong. But you're not addicted. You're fallen from the life source. You're fallen away from the Father. That's all that's wrong. And it's so easy to return to the Father. And then all those things will start to fall away. But the world got you thinking you're addicted. Everybody and their mama addicted now. The churches are addicted, the preachers are addicted. But it's not real, it's an illusion. They're using you for your money. That makes sense? Yes. I'm telling you the truth. And let me give you some signs of all addicted person who have fallen away from the tree of life. They have anger first. They're into sex, drugs, lies, and video games. They're into denial. Deny. I know people who are literally addicted to denying. Just like that, they'll deny. Did you take that water? No! No, I didn't do that. Before you even get the question out, they're denying. I'm like, shut up. Let me at least ask the question. They are addicted to denying because they're falling away from the tree. I know people who have fear, like what Joel was talking about. They will not stand up for what is right because they'll be called hater, racist, woman hater, cat hater, whatever kind of hater. And so they're falling away from the tree of life and they are subject to fear. And they won't take a stand. And they'll make all kind of excuses not to take a stand. Oh, I'll do it next week. Oh, I'm afraid of what they might say. I'm afraid of what they might think. It might hurt my job. Do you realize that the children of the lie are hurting professionals on the right side by telling you if you say it, we're going to get you fired? And you love the job more than you love what's right because you're falling away from the tree. So you say, I'm not going to say it. And that's giving power over to them. And so you're not addicted. You're in a fallen state. You have no love. You need to come back to the tree of life by returning to your fathers, by forgiving. Forgive, God will forgive you and bring you back to Him, and you can live. Don't let anyone tell you that you're addicted. Now, if you want to be addicted, go ahead, be crazy. But you're not addicted. You're in a fallen state. Anybody disagree with that? I don't mind if you do. Okay, so here's what I recommend, that you pray. Commit to prayer. And whatever little thing you got going on, don't worry about it. It will fall away. Don't be mad at yourself about it. Don't worry about it. Don't have fear about it. Just relax in it. But stay with prayer, and it'll fade away. Especially when your anger is gone. All right? And you can get over anything. There's nothing on earth that you cannot, or anything that's going on with you, that you cannot overcome. Nothing. Zero. For all those who believe, you shall overcome. And here's how you believe. And then I'm done. I got to tell them this. I know, James. I'm so sorry. But Joel took up all my time. I don't know if we're going to let Joel be a radio talk show host. Because radio talk show hosts don't know when to be quiet. But let me ask one person, how do you believe? How do you have faith? Let me see who I want. Let me ask Esteban, the street minister.
How do I have?
How does one have faith? How do you believe?
The way I've been doing it, and the best way I've been doing it is by doing the meditation, kind of just going through whatever, be willing to go through whatever pain, is going to cost. And then that's how you usually see, what's the truth. not by like guessing or thinking about it or coming up with ideas about it, but like going through the pain and then it's kind of revealed to you.
Does anyone here have faith? Anybody have faith in God? You do have faith? You're not sure? How do you have faith? Then I'm done, James. I'm going to tell them and then I'm done. How do you have faith? You have faith. How does one get faith? We have people watching from around the world and they don't have faith and they want faith. I just want to believe. And you say?
I say you need to let go of everything that you know. Once you let go of everything you know, it will be revealed to you. You have
He's
to.
real close. Here's how you have faith. You doubt every thought. If you can doubt every thought, then faith is there. Adam had faith in God, but he believed the lie. Eve came, seduced him into believing a lie, and when he believed a lie, he could no longer believe the truth. So Adam believed a lie and fell away from the truth. Now we have to doubt the lie and come back to faith. So whenever you doubt every thought you get, faith is there. You have no other choice. So even if you know nothing else, I want you to know to doubt every thought, no matter those that seem good, sweet, nice, bad, whatever. Doubt it, and then faith is there. Doubt the lie, you can believe the truth. Adam doubted the truth and believed the lie. Now Christ reversed it. That makes sense? Yes. It's just that simple. I can't. Ask me later. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks. We provide counseling. We have radio shows. Check out the Hake Report, Hake, with Joel and Esteban on Sundays from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time. We need your financial support. We really, really need it because we have to get out of this building. They're going to turn it into an apartment complex. So we got to move. Help us with our church services and all the stuff we do. Check out the Fallen State and all that good stuff. All right? Go to rebuildingdemand.com or call 800-411-BOND, 800-411-2663 for counseling, to make a donations, or whatever you can do. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you all for coming. I appreciate it.